Hey guys, Mike Macklin with another episode of Workout 101 on workouttrainer.com. Today we're going to be talking about a very common movement in the gym, the personal home fitness studio of Dr. Jim Sapani and myself, but we're going to be talking about a leg extension. Okay, you guys probably see leg extensions being done in the gym quite frequently. Well, I'm going to go over some specifics of the dynamics and the proper biomechanics of things that you have to be aware of when you're actually doing this exercise. It is a single joint movement, which means that only one joint is moving. Unlike a squat, where your knee and your hip is moving, or a deadlift, that's more of a multi-joint movement. When you have multi-joint movements compared to single joint movements, multi-joint movements involve more muscles. More joints involved, more muscles involved. Single joint exercises such as this, less muscles, but a greater emphasis is placed onto the muscles that are working. So in this instance, as I'm doing leg extensions, I'm putting the majority of the load onto my quads. However, what's a quad? Quadriceps are just that, quad, meaning four. Quad, four. So you have four major muscles in the quadriceps. You have your vastus medialis, vastus lateralis, vastus intermedialis, which is underneath, and then you also have the rectus femoris, okay? So four quadricep muscles. Now, they're all activated and emphasized when you're doing leg extensions. Difference is how you place your toes as to which parts of the quadriceps you want to hit. Most people just have their toes straight out, which you're putting more of like an even distribution on all four of those muscles as you are doing your leg extensions. When you do your toes in, by turning your toes in, what happens is now you're placing more of the load, that angular difference in the position of the knee, because my toes are in. If my knees are in, toes are in, I'm placing more of a load onto my vastus lateralis, which is the outside of the teardrop here, okay? If I want to place more of an emphasis onto my vastus medialis, I just do the opposite. Toes out, force my knees out a little bit, and I come out and I'm placing more, greater load onto the vastus medialis. The other thing to note about the quad is the type of machine that you have. You want to make sure that as you're doing this, the adjustment is at the right height. The pad should always be, the further down it is on the shank of the leg is going to create a greater lever arm, which means more distance is going to be applied to the muscle, or more load. If I have this up, which I do, but if I were to lower this down, the further that is away from this pivot point, this fulcrum, the more load I'm going to have onto my quads. The higher I'm shortening up this lever arm, now it's easier because this lever arm is shorter. So where do you want to place it? It really depends on you, but primarily you would want to place it right at your lower shin here. If your toes are in the pointed position, is it really going to change up the movement entirely? No, but for comfort level, have the toes dorsiflexed, which means that your toes are pointed back. The other thing to be aware of is the seat adjustment. A lot of benches will differ. Some of them just don't move back and forth as this does, okay? And what you want to do is you want to make sure that whatever distance this is, it's just in line to where it allows the back part of your knee here to be flush against this bench. Right now, it is not. I have distance in between. That's how you can measure it. So if there's distance in between where the back of my knee is and here, that's not a good thing, okay? You want to make sure that this is secure, all right? So you want to put this back to where your knee, that part of your knee, is in fact able to be pressed up against the bench here, okay? The other thing is some benches will recline, and I really like those, and here's the reason why. The more reclined you are back here, it lengthens your hips into where your hips come more forward, okay? That actually places a greater load onto the quads because you're not in this flex position here. This flex position here actually allows you to do more weight, which yeah, you can add more weight, which would stress the muscles more, but the greater emphasis is placed when you're extended back here and those hip flexors are elongated. It's kind of indicative of a sissy squat. Sissy squats place a great amount of load. Frank Zane was really well known for his sissy squat bench or machine or whatever it was. and he had amazing quads. The only thing about that is, once again, by increasing the distance here, you're also increasing the load onto your knee. So those of you with knee problems, things like that, just be aware of the differences of things you can do to where you're understanding the biomechanics as well as the dynamics behind the movement. So leg extension, a lot more to it than just you thought, right? So if you guys do have any questions about this, or if you want a workout program that involves this exercise as well as a variety of other plans and programs, make sure to go to workouttrainer.com, where I'm hoping you're watching this. We have thousands of workout programs on there for every single person, goal, or lifestyle that you could possibly want. If you have any questions, make sure to ask me on the Workout Trainer Facebook page, or you can ask me right here on workouttrainer.com by clicking above on the community section, dropping down, see trainers, click on that, find myself, Mike McElwain, and I will get back to you. Until next time, guys, take care.